Morning, everyone. Just awesome to be in Burke. What a wonderful venue, and we wish Burke success in their new adventure with new ownership and so forth. So it's great to be here. What a sparkling day it is outside. Winter has arrived a little bit early in Vermont, but all great. Well, it's an honor to be here with you today. Thank you, Jake and Ellen and the entire team. For your tremendous leadership to improve the lives of Vermonters. And I think that's what we're here for, to improve the lives of Vermonters. You're strengthening our farm community and our food system community, and we're grateful for that. I'd like to share just a few highlights from the past year, and maybe just offer a few things that may be in front of all of us. One thing is certain, we are not operating in a predictable landscape. I think we all know that. Uncertainty has become the norm, but as Vermonters, we know how to respond when challenges come our way. We're strong, we're smart, and we are savvy, and we will rise to the moment. Over the last few years, agriculture in Vermont has faced some extraordinary hardships. You're well aware of them. We've endured 2 consecutive years of historic flooding, followed by this summer of the historic drought that is still with us. It's been one of the worst droughts in decades for our farmers. We've also seen some disruption in the federal system, all navigating as we transition away from the COVID era, and with that comes less funds coming our way as well. So the floods, the drought, and navigating away from the pandemic, which was just 5 years ago. But we have learned that time and time again, we've risen to the challenge, and we're all acting collaboratively, staying focused, and I love the title of your conference. We're going to remain calm if we can through all this face of difficulty. Some highlights that we've endured over the years. We've had some animal health issues that many of you, particularly in the poultry and the dairy world, have endured. I'm talking about the bird flu. Luckily in Vermont, we have not had any commercial flocks impacted by the bird flu. We've got some backyard flocks, and that's really important as we enter Thanksgiving, and many of those turkeys, those local turkeys, are going to be making their way to the dinner table for us. On the HPAI, on the dairy side, we've survived that in the Northeast in Vermont. We've done a lot of testing with that, and we've become clean on all of that. And in USDA world, we're called unaffected, a designation, but a lot of testing has gone on at every single farm across Vermont for that. The Ag Recovery Task Force, many of you have been helping us with that. Beginning in 23, UVM, Farm Service Agency, and so forth. That partnership has prepared us for getting some resources to Vermont. And because of that work, Vermont will receive a $31 million block grant for severe weather events in 23 and 24. We want to thank our congressional delegation, the governor working on that on our behalf. So look for that. We're finalizing the contract with FSA and USDA, but I suspect in early 26 we'll have an application out to the farm community, beginning with the frost of 23 and right through the floods of 24, and severe weather that occurred during that. But that should be coming our way, and that will help Vermonters a little bit recover from those significant events. When the drought hit this year, we've been working with our partners. We have put an application in for a disaster declaration. If that is successful, it has not come yet, mainly I think because of the federal shutdown. That could offer some more federal resources to our farmers. And that we have a dashboard up now. If a farmer has not contributed and put in their losses, go to the Agency of Agriculture website. And right now it's going to be, I think we're well over $12 to $13 million in losses just in the drought alone from this summer, but that data will be important as we try to develop programs down the road, much like we did with the flood. Another tool that's out there, I see Sarah's here from VITA. There are financial recovery tools. There's the VITA Disaster Recovery Loan Fund that was created during the last legislative session with VITA, the Agency of Commerce, Forest Parks and Recreation, and the Agency of Agriculture. There's $15 million on the table to help farmers and producers manage the impact of natural disasters. That program will be managed by VITA, and I would encourage everyone to reach out to them if you want to take a look at that program. We did face some unexpected financial situations. The local Food for Schools and Child Care program, and that went away with the new administration last March, and that resulted in about a $1.7 million loss in federal funds. But we did fill that up a little bit with the work of the governor and the legislature and our partners. Vermont stepped up again. The result was $500,000 in one-time funding for the Farm to School and the early child care program at the agency. So that is out, and we're hoping to fill the gap there a little bit with that. And during the federal shutdown, Vermont moved quickly again, authorizing the use of state funds to cover gaps in the SNAPs and the SNAP and 3 Squares program, and WIC benefits, and also a little more financial assistance to the food bank, ensuring that food insecure Vermonters were taken care of. And all through that, I want to share some bright moments that occurred over the last year. We had 11 Vermont businesses, small businesses that are growing, joining us at the Vermont Pavilion at the Summer Fancy Food Show in Burlington. We're happy to sponsor that, and that's opening up new doors and new businesses and new markets for Vermont businesses. And we're going to do it again, so if you have a small business, small manufacturer, especially food person that wants to know more about that, we're going to do it again this year. Thanks to the work of the agency and a number of donors, a tractor was donated to New Farms for New Americans in Burlington, supporting new producers entering agriculture. This is the first time these farmers have had a tractor. They've been around more than a decade, but had to borrow a tractor to do their work at the farm there. It's allowing them to expand their farm and grow more food for the folks in Burlington. So we're pretty excited about that. Vermont cheesemakers continue to really do well on the national stage. 49 ribbons were awarded at the American Cheese Society competition, including one in Best in Show. We have incredible food here in Vermont, and we continue to shine on the national stage. Maple had another strong maple year. Believe it or not, some are getting into the woods already, getting ready for next year. But again, Vermont led the nation in maple production. 3 million gallons produced. 50% of all the maple in the United States comes right out of the Green Mountain States. So that's pretty encouraging. So those are a few highlights. We could brag a lot more. We're not going to do that. But Vermont stands strong. Despite the uncertainty and the hardship, Vermont agriculture remains strong. We're innovative, and we're rooted in community. And we see that on display here today and every day in Vermont, rooted in community. And with our partnership, being a little creative and determined, we'll keep moving our food system forward together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being engaged. Thank you for supporting our farmers. We truly, truly appreciate it.